it's Bitty Penny. Welcome to my channel. I hope you guys are doing well. It's day 3 of sneak peeks. I mean, I've been doing other things too, but it is day 3. And I officially open bittypenny.com tomorrow. I'm so excited. So today I wanted to show you the digital that I'll have, the first digital that I'll have in my shop. Now this one is like for some people, but I know it's not for everyone. But it's for Day of the Dead. And I can't wait to show you the pages because there's some really beautiful pages in here, even if you don't like the sugar skulls or whatever. I got some new ink. I could not find ink on 3. I went to a few different places, couldn't find it for my alcohol markers. And then I also tried Mindless Crafting. They were sold out of their ink, which is supposed to be really good for alcohol markers as well. So I got Memento. And so now I can play with my Ohuhu markers more. So let's take a look at this. I'm going to say hello to a few people who are in the chat already. Hello, Miss Sala. Hello, Clint and Kim and Jennifer. How are y'all? Good morning. So this is a digital kit that will be available in my shop. The great thing about it is, like, for our friend Sala and others, it is available international. Now, I know you can design your own printables. You don't really need mine, but, and you have a Halloween kit that you made, but I really love it. I like, even if, well, you know, I made a couple of journals last year that were Day of the Dead, and then, you know, I just really like remembering those who have passed on. Whoops. So that's what it's about for me. It's just remembering loved ones in kind of a fun, bright way. Okay, so here it is. Let's flip through it. It's 28 pages of artwork. So this is kind of like a cut apart page where I did size things. Like, I thought this would be really nice for like home decor or like a journal cover or a mini album cover, something like that. And then we've got these smaller ones. And then I've got just some like fun kind of detailed pieces here with different sizes again. Same thing here. And I loved these, I wanted like churches, and I really love these churches. I've got 3 different ones there. And then, you know, a few couples. I like that sugar. I like all of it, or I wouldn't put it in there. But these look like paper cuts, so it kind of is designed in a similar way as my Crafty Queens, where they look like they're cut out of paper, which, hello, we're paper crafters, so I think it's kind of perfect. Love the bright colors. And then I mainly designed this one to be a document style journal, where you just, you know, fold the pages vertically like this and make a tall and skinny journal. I love journals like that. I'm grabbing one for y'all's reference here. Oh, this looks like one I need to finish. Oh, this is an unfinished journal. Well, I love it anyways. So yeah, this is a tall document style journal. It's got 8.5 by 11 papers in it. But what's great about these too is that you can also use your 12 by 12 papers really easily with them. This is my prayer journal. So yeah, this something about this format is a whole lot of fun to play with. It's a lot of fun to decorate and fill up and play with. So that's kind of what I designed these for. But if you think about it, this would be perfect for slimline like cards, you know, tall slimline cards. You could use it for that you can make 4 A2 cards with it. You know, it'd be great for 5x7, whatever you want, whatever kind of, you know, paper craft that you want to work with, you can make. I did these 2 awnings because I thought, you know, with the couples of, with these sugar skull couples, it just kind of reminds me of like a wedding or something like that. I don't know. I just felt like it went. You'll see, I went some different directions with this than what you might be used to seeing with sugar skulls. And then some of it's really typical. But for whatever reason, I wanted these awnings. Now, I printed mine front and back. So it doesn't look like there's 28 pages here, but there are. So here's a side. And so I did some tea dye along with some just beautiful pages. Now you'll notice with my pages that they're split with design, like this one that has this line down here. That line is not, if you're making a tall document style journal, that line's not really going to be visible, but you could always, you know, color it if you want to, but I don't know. It really didn't bother me, and I felt like it might help some cut and separate if they wanted to separate the patterns. But I really love this. Some of them I did little decorations up here at the top. So there's that. Really, I love this page with the candles and the paper cuts. Just really, really cool. With the flames lit. And then here is a tea-dyed side. Again, with the tops of the pages decorated. So I was thinking we can make a journal today. Now, when I make a journal with printables, I don't just fill the whole journal up with printables. A lot of times I just pick 4 or 5 and go from there. I liked this because it reminded me of like Aztec kind of design. And so I added this in, distressed it quite a bit. So there's a mixture of like really bright saturated pages, right? And then some distressed. So depending, I like a mixture of the two in my journals typically. So I provided them. And then I made a couple of marigold pages, a couple of variations there of some marigold pages. And I just love these two. So again, I could see myself definitely making like cards from these kits 100%. I could totally make cards from these, or you know, mini albums, whatever you want, whatever you decide. Again, like I said, when I had picked the awnings here, I took this kit in a couple of directions. Let me say hi to some more people. You're working on something similar? Awesome. Good, Sala. Yeah. It's just fun. It's just fun. I know Kim is up. She is dedicated. Okay. She is up. Y'all think I don't sleep. I don't know when Kim sleeps. Hi, Veronica. Hi, Michelle. Good morning. This is my paper design. Yeah, so this is going to be a digital kit that's available in my shop. one that you can pick up and it'll be emailed to you as soon as you make a purchase, and you don't have to wait on it to be sent to you, but you will have to print it, so it is only digital. So in this one I wanted to bring in some more of the fun page color, and then I have like kind of this, I have a few like kind of home scenes. Last year in our house I decorated our table, and I decorated our house for the occasion, so that seemed appropriate. So just kind of fun to have that. Okay, and this next page is, it feels more like a fiesta almost, with the pennants, and then I put maracas and a guitar and some design down here. But hey, and then my marigolds, and like I love Mexican textiles. I've loved it since I was 5. We went to Mexico, and my dad, I still have this picture that my dad took of me. We went to Mexico. I had to have a Mexican dress. Those little strappy leather shoes that all the different multicolored, straps of leather, the sandals. I had to have some of those. I had to get a Mexican purse, hat, and then of course some toys because I was 5. And these aren't the ones, but when I was in Mexico, that's when I fell in love with the little worry dolls. I've always liked tiny things, bitty things, little bitty things. So, anyways, I have always been a sucker for Mexican textiles. So I did put some in this kit. I just love the vibrancy, the color, the colors. Okay, so those are some of the journaling pages that I created, but you don't have to make journals to use them. And then I made some different ephemera pages. So the first 3 pages I showed you guys were like sugar skulls. This one's just picking up things from my desk. How lovely. And this is just other designs, sugar skulls, churches, that kind of thing. But then I have some that's like sentiments and these fun hearts. I liked this quote, "For death is no more than a turning of us over from time to eternity." I thought that was nice. And then I made some like tabs, always loved and never forgotten. I did some dogs and cats. I think there will always be dogs and cats in my shop in one way or another. And, we miss and we lose our beloved fur babies. So we want to remember them too. So I do have a couple of 3 cats and 2 dogs on this page. And then some more kind of medallion, kind of cool cut aparts. I added a little Southwest to this as well. I just couldn't help myself. And then I've really, at different times, I'll take a piece of paper and kind of like, we cut paper to all different sizes. Well, I really wanted to design some patterns and some different things that are just already naturally sized to different sizes. So this isn't necessarily supposed to be like a journal page. This is a cut apart page, but it gives you different options, right? We've got a couple of horizontal pieces, a couple of vertical pieces, and then more of like just a rectangular piece there. Same thing for this one. Again, bringing in some of the textiles and marigolds, and she's lovely. And then this again is more of a nod to the Southwest and to Mexico, but yeah, just something different, just something a little different than what you would typically see. But I wanted to include, you know, some regional beauty, some regional beauty. That's what we'll call it. I always love pansies. It made me think of my father. So that's, and sunflowers, those two flowers in particular. So I had to put some of those in there. Another table setting, you know, marigolds themselves, because you're going to need some of those if you're doing Day of the Dead. And now this doesn't come sized like this. I just printed 2 to a page so that it would scale down and I could have different sizes. What you get is this 1 page. But if you print 2 copies to a page, then you could get something like this. The great thing about digitals is you can always resize them. So I just did that on my own. I didn't feel like I needed to create a page of this for you guys because you can just do it. You can do this when you're printing. That's the beauty of printables. So this is the one you get. And then I've got 2 pages of more quotes that are kind of just like lovely ways to remember. They're the same quotes, but I did 2 different colored backgrounds just to give you options. And they're kind of big, but that's perfect. You know, they're just for you to add into your journals, add into your card making. So some really beautiful quotes. God pours life into death and death into life without a drop being spilled. On this day, I will remember you and our love. I will speak of your life to my children, so we may always remember your story, your days, and your mark in time. Memory is a way of holding on to the things you love, the things you are, the things you wish to never lose. Distance is swept by sweet memory side. A word resurrects the long silent hearted. We walk once again by dear ones who died. So that's definitely a Day of the Dead kind of thing. Just a thin veil between this world and that world of beauty and love. Just a thin veil that hides the view of our spirit loved ones above. So, and there's a couple of others. So just really lovely quotes. Again, total nod to the region, bringing in their textile influence. I love their pottery, ceramics, tile work. I just love the art of Mexico. And I printed this page. I wanted to talk a little bit about paper real quick. Hi, Linda. Hi, Veronica. I love the big cutter parts. Yes. Yes, exactly. Because as a card maker and a junk journaler, I buy digital kits for both. I don't buy them just for journals. I buy them for, you know, the patterned paper as a card maker and the cut aparts and journals. You know, I buy them for, because we can do anything with these. You know, it's not made for just one type of art. But let me get this piece out of the way. This one is the only one I designed like this horizontally. But I just loved it. And I thought, well, you know, someone could cut this and maybe fold it in half and put it in a tall journal if they wanted. But I just really love these 2 images and wanted some big chunks of them. So this page is kind of random, but there it is. And then I wanted to talk about paper, so let me do that real quick. People always ask what kind of paper I like, what's my favorite paper. And what I just reordered, what I keep ordering again and again, is koala. And it is so good. Now, I do believe that they have different weights, and this, I do like to have different weights. These are the two that I'm buying most often now. So I have the Transfer Master. This is inkjet photo paper, double-sided. Both of these are double-sided. I will only buy double-sided, and let me show you why. If you print double-sided, this vibrancy that I'm getting is not because of my printer. I don't have a top-of-the-line printer. I have a printer that costs $125 right now if you went to Amazon to buy it. It is a Canon, and it is one that you refill the ink yourself. You don't use cartridges. You use, you know, bottles of ink, just like the eco tanks, and you refill it yourself. And I only have to refill mine maybe twice a year. That's how long the ink lasts. It is an incredible deal. But the prints that I get aren't because of the printer. The prints that I get are because of the paper. That is so critical. If you're printing a lot of digital art, invest in the paper. Now, I'm frugal. I don't want to spend a ton on paper if I don't have to, you know. So I'm frugal, and I tried some brands that, you know, have we ever heard of Koala or Transfer Master? They're not major brands, but they are majorly good. So this paper was printed, now this was printed on a single-sided sheet. When I was testing out papers long ago, I realized you definitely want double-sided or you're going to get results like this. Now I printed the same design on here because I wanted you to see the difference. These are the same file, same identical file. Granted, it's upside down. Okay, just ignore that. And this one, I didn't bother printing it edge to edge, borderless. This one is printed borderless. Okay, so that's the two differences. But this is single-sided photo paper, right? Well, as a journal maker, I don't want single-sided photo paper because I want the same vibrant payoff front and back. So I'm trying to find one of my double-sided. You know, I don't want to have like really vivid, crisp, beautiful prints on one side and not the other. So these pages right here are double-sided photo paper. And that way I get these bright, vibrant, beautiful colors on both sides. So to me, that's critical. And again, here's the difference. Not photo paper, photo paper. So if you get these and these are the results you're getting, it's not that the file is the problem, it's the paper. So I buy these on Amazon, and you can tell I went all in this last time. I got 100 sheets because this is my third time to order this one. Love it. I like both of this one. This one's slightly lighter, and I would like to find one even lighter if I could, but 32 pound is fine. It's just when you're making journal pages, you don't need a super thick paper, you know. A lighter paper like this is more ideal. You can tell, here's the other thing I wanted you to see. You don't get bleed through or anything like that. So, you know, you've got all this really saturated blue and purple and dark colors here and over here. You don't see any blue or purple. Even if I hold it up under a bright light, you know, it's just really good paper. So even though it's not super thick, you don't get any bleed through from one side to the other. And it's just very vivid and gorgeous. So these are the papers I use. They are Amazon papers, and I will find affiliate links later for y'all and put it in the description. But I do like to have a lighter paper and a heavier paper. And you could find, if you're printing like your if you're going to use like these cut aparts as ephemera, you could find a thicker one-sided photo paper and just be specific when you're loading your printer. You know, you print your ephemera because you're going to cut these apart. You don't need to print on the back of your ephemera. So you'll notice I didn't. There's no use in that, right? Because I'm just going to cut these apart and glue them on to something. So you could print these on a heavyweight single-sided photo paper. I'm going to grab out all my ephemera. I have quite a few pages in this kit. I don't even know how many. 3. I have 8 pages. And that doesn't even count. That's 9, 10, 11 of just like, you know, sentiments and ephemera. Hey, Veronica. So yeah, I'm going to be selling this kit digitally, but I also have paper pads that I will sell physically. Let me grab the other one. So these are my 2 paper pads that I'll have out first. I'm just getting started, so I don't have like a huge collection or line or anything yet. And I'm not going to be like releasing a paper pad every month or anything like that. It's just me. I'm just one girl. At first, I can't do anything like that. So it'll just be like, I don't even know if I'll do one every other month. I'll probably do paper pads every quarter and digitals every month. So these will be available digitally. I don't necessarily plan on creating physical printed paper pads of my digital collections. I kind of plan on them being different things. However, with my members, I'm going to let them vote occasionally. I'm going to let them pick some digital kits of mine that they vote, and the one that gets the highest votes, then we'll print that one. We'll turn that into a paper pad. It's kind of my plan for now. All right. So you'll notice here real quick, some of these I just printed. This is not printed borderless. So this border that you see around is because of the printer. If you choose to print borderless, it's going to look more like this. This is great because you just have to cut less. You know, you don't have to cut as much with these. These you have to cut out all around. Not that it matters, but I wanted to show you all that. So this isn't necessarily a setting, or it's not formatted into the document. The document is sized to be full size. It is sized to be 8.5 by 11. But if your printer is set to print borders, then it'll look like this. I just wanted to mention that. But all my pages were designed to go edge to edge of the paper, if that's how you like to print. So, I really recommend these. I really recommend these for your journal pages that you're going to print front and back. Make sure you get double-sided photo paper. So Koala or Transfer Master, I've had wonderful results with both of them. They say that they're high resolution, vivid color, instant dry. They're not lying. It's so true. Brilliant color, instant dry, and works with inkjet printers. Yep, just wonderful products. I've had really great luck with these. I've been using these for at least 6 months, but I think I actually bought them at the beginning of the year. So I've used them for quite some time and can recommend them. Now, that doesn't mean I'm done on my paper journey, because I want to find, um, I would like to find some paper that's not necessarily photo paper that prints really well, but I just haven't been able to find it yet. So, I don't know. I wanted to make a journal with y'all today, but I've just been talking this whole time. But I just have to show y'all what I'm, So my launch is tomorrow at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. I'm super stoked, super excited. I worked late last night. I mean, as soon as I get off work, I like called my husband and I was like, I think this is a takeout night, because I didn't want to have to cook and do all that stuff. I needed to just work on my website and my, needed to work on my business. So he picked up dinner on his way home, and I worked until late last night. But I think I'm feeling pretty ready. So it's totally worth it. So 9 a.m. tomorrow, come back to my channel. I'm going to do a live event kicking off my shop. And I'll have lots to show y'all besides the sneak peeks that I've already shown you, which have been now this digital kit and my 2 paper pads and my stamp set. I've got more in store for you all. I'm so excited. I hope you guys will enjoy it. I hope everything goes well on the tech side. That's always the nervousness for me, is the tech side of things. So I'll put that off to the side. I was going to make a journal with it, but we're not going to have enough time. So here's what I'm going to do instead. I have, let's see. When I get 12 by 12 paper pads, there's inevitably pieces that are designed to be like the whole size of the paper that a lot of times I'm just not going to use. Now this one, you could actually take this piece of paper if you had patience and time, and you could cut all these into sentiments, but I'm not going to do that. Here's another example. This one just says life is beautiful. I could take it, I could turn it into something. These are fine. I like those prints. But a lot of times I take these papers, and there's a lot of things you can do with them. You could back things with them. You could cut them up and kind of make sketches with them if you're kind of sketching out a new design. There's a lot of things you can do with them. I'm gonna masterboard them though. So I've got scraps. Oh, do I have scraps? So let's just do a little masterboarding real quick before I have to go. Let me pull out some book pages. I don't know what's up with that one. I want some bright colors because I'm going to masterboard a cover for my Day of the Dead journal. And then we can put it together later, another time. So let me just show y'all the bag I'm digging through here. Here's some more scraps. Sorry if this plastic is super annoying. I apologize. I get it. It's just kind of how I have these stored. So kind of is what it is this morning. Here are some more scraps. Some of these will definitely work. Like this yellow. Sorry, I'm holding it over here, so maybe it won't make that much noise. All right. Let's start with those and see how far we get. All right. I caught a glimpse of one page that I was digging for that I really wanted, but I couldn't find it again. Okay, so we've got scraps. I like that some of these are thicker too. I think that'll help thicken up this other piece. Now, I've been holding on to this and loving this piece of trim. Be perfect for this journal, so we'll definitely use that. Now, when you come back tomorrow, you're going to see a whole bunch of other new stuff. So right now it is 6 a.m. my time, 6:08 a.m. So I'm in Central Standard Time. So tomorrow when I'm live, it'll be 9 a.m. Central Standard Time, 3 hours later than we are right now. All right. Good question. I always forget to, I just say 6 a.m. Oh, thanks. Hey, Nima. How's it going? Hopefully not, Sala. I'm using Shopify, and they host some really big companies, and so hopefully they can handle the traffic to the shop. But I love that. You're so sweet. You know, it's just like I'm going to be live and opening my shop at the same time, so that's a little nerve-wracking. Okay, when I do master boards, I use my biggest pieces first. So let me pick out some of these pieces. Ooh, I think this one would be really fun. And what I could do is cut it down to the exact size that I know that I want it, but we're just going to do it. Yeah, let me do it that way, because then if like I will know I want this on my front cover, I'll have it in the right place. So our paper for the inside of our journal is 8.5 by 11. So I'm going to cut this down. Let's do, I don't like my journal cover to be too much taller than my paper. How about 11 and 3/8? Sure, totally random, but let's do that. So that's going to be the height. And then I'm going to do like at least 9 inches. I think I'll do a little more. I'm going to do 9 1/4, because you want the width of your cover to always be a good bit more than your paper. Because what happens is the more paper you stuff in your cover, the more space you need. You need a wider cover. So this is going to be the size of my cover. All right. Now that I have that squared away, let's put some pieces down. This is a nice big piece. I like the flowers. So let's do but I really like the polka dots. Maybe I'll do the polka dots. So yeah, I like to put my biggest pieces down first. I could have cut it right here and had both, the best of both worlds, but it's okay. There will be plenty of flowers. I usually like to make my cover last. And especially probably with Masterboards, because you could use scraps from your leftover scraps and it would help everything coordinate so much. So I'm launching tomorrow, and what that means is right now, if you go to bittypenny.com, there are no products in the shop. I don't have anything listed. There's nothing to buy. But tomorrow at 9 a.m., all of my products will be available. So that's what the launch is about, is that tomorrow at 9, my shop opens and everything will be available. So what I'm doing is like a launch party here on my channel. Everyone's invited. And what you'll get to do is come along and see the products up close. And there's a lot of products I haven't been able to show yet in my previews. I've been just focusing on like the craft supplies and things like that. But I'm building my shop to be more of like a boutique. So there's all different types of items that I'm going to be having in there. And so tomorrow you'll come along and it'll kind of be like a showcase, and we'll open the shop together through the live stream, and you'll be able to go to bittypenny.com and find all the goodies that I'm showing. So I don't know if that cleared it up. I don't know if that's like clear as mud or if that really makes sense. But yes, that's the launch that we're referring to. I like some of these thicker pages. I'm going to put down some more book pages. So a masterboard is fun because you're just taking scraps and leftovers, and I like it because it's like you're taking these like scraps and leftovers that are little bitty pieces and you're gluing them down, and suddenly you've got another big 12 by 12 sheet of paper again. And they're just unique and different and fun because they're all scrappy. It's like a scrappy quilt. It's so funny when my mom, she crochets, and when she crochets using her scraps, those are usually my favorite projects. Because it's just fun and quirky. There's really no wrong way to do this either. There's no wrong way to masterboard. The objective is just to cover this background paper. That is my objective right now. It's just to get it covered. Here's some more polka dots, but a different color. And there are these flowers here. So let's do what my idea was before. If I tear it, I can have the best of both worlds. I could put the flowers down here. Let's do that. Now, this is going to be a journal cover, so I kind of like the ideas of the edges having this thicker cardstock on them, but I can always back this paper as well. I'm going to probably back it with a thick piece of cardstock. And by the time you add all your layers, it really thickens up nicely. Sala, you're funny. You're funny. Okay, I want this other side of this. Oh, cool. Oh, you've been making loads of doll clothes. That's so cool. My daughter is a fanatic for Barbie, and there's a lot of Barbie crafting that goes on around here. She has become quite the paper crafter, but she won't admit it. She says, I'm not a paper crafter, I'm a Barbie crafter. But so many things she makes are out of paper. I show y'all those things sometimes. Last weekend, she made like crumble cookies out of like clay and stuff and decorated them. So cute. And then she made like the boxes and everything. Oh my gosh, they're just adorable. She gets a lot of printables for free from My Froggy Stuff and gets inspiration from her. We love Toya. She's basically got like rock star status in this home. Toya from My Froggy Stuff. So yeah, I can relate, Veronica. When I was little, my dad's, they weren't adoptive parents, but they kind of were for him. Jane, the woman, like a godmother, she was a doll collector, and she had a room of her house that was just for her dolls. And they were never able to have biological kids, but they took my father in when he was 16 and kind of were the parents he never had. Anyway, so when I came along, well, we always lived close to them. And when I came along, I was the first girl of the family, and she finally had someone to share her dolls with. So a lot of people weren't allowed in the doll room, but I was. And it was like magic. It was like magic in there to me, to a little girl, a room full of gorgeous dolls, like amazing. I remember one time she set up like a little tea thing for us, and we had tea in the doll room. Like, so cool. Such a good memory. I'm in my mid-40s and I still remember it. Okay. I hear my hubby working through the mountain of dishes in there. Bless him. Oh my gosh. Okay. Still got this center area I want to work on a little bit more, and I'll eventually bring in my digitals and decorate it with those as well. Let's see if some of this can go in here. This is a funky piece of paper. Not this one, this one. That's for sure. It's fine. It'll be great. By the time we add everything to it, I wanted to do one with fabric too, a journal cover with fabric. Okay. And then I want to tackle this area here. I don't know where this is going to fold. I have a feeling it's going to fold maybe a little bit awkwardly right there, but we'll see. I'm not worried about it because I can always fix it if it does. Ooh, I like this piece down here. So there's a part I want to trim off. I just want to see the blue. There we go. Put a little wet glue just to make sure, but this extreme hold, Elmer's seems to actually hold, but wet glue is my favorite. I don't question or doubt the wet glue holding over time. Okay, so there's that. I still got this area here I haven't covered yet. So I'll try to work on that real quick. We will fold it up. I might go ahead and add some sugar skulls to the front of it. Ooh, got those flowers. That could work. Let's put that piece there. Yeah, so I'm really excited. The launch is going to be fun, you guys. I mean, there's a lot of products that I still want to bring to the shop. So, you know, I just have to start somewhere and see how it goes. Because I may have ideas about things I want and people may not want them. So I am pacing myself. And the fun thing about that is that, you know, there will always be hopefully something new to share. Let's I think I'm good with that. Okay, so let me show you the difference. Like this has really gotten kind of thick, right? This is what we started with. Just copy weight paper, basically. And now it's this thick and I'm still gonna back it. So it's definitely thick enough for a little single signature journal. I know, isn't that cool? That was in the 80s too. Yeah, I had a feeling this was gonna hit right in kind of an awkward spot. This paper that I put on the spine is slightly awkward, but that's okay. I'll work with it and I'll put another, I know what I'll do. I'm gonna put a piece of fabric tape on there and it'll feel awkward no more. So let me grab that. But this is essentially the cover to our journal now. So this is what I'm talking about. The awkward spot is right here, where I put this piece of paper to touch this one. And I knew as soon as I put it down, when I was eyeballing it, I was like, gosh, that looks like it's basically right at the fold. And it is, but that's okay. I have this fabric tape from 49th and Market. I think I'll use this piece. I got this from my friend Debbie Alley from Project 39 Mini Albums. Debbie, when she was in town last year for our in-person class, golly, that was fun. A little bit overwhelming, but totally fun. We just needed more time. with everybody. We had to rush through it a little more than we wanted to. But met some great people that still hang out here with us today, and that is awesome. Okay, I am going to, this is a sticky fabric tape that I think is pretty permanent, but not as permanent as wet glue. So I'm going to take my wet glue and glue this down, and then that'll be pretty much it. We'll come back another time and turn this cover into a journal, and we'll use my printable for that. It'll be good because that'll give this time to glue before I start trying to sew my signatures in and stuff like that. Very gluey. Yeah, it'll give this glue time to dry, everything to kind of set a bit. Looks like I did not eyeball that evenly. I definitely put more of the tape on the front side. I could change it right now, but I'm not going to worry about it. I think what I'll do instead is grab, there's another fabric tape in there that well, there's a couple of other fabric tapes in that box. I'll grab those, one of those more narrow ones, and run one right here, just for the fun of it. Hi, Julie. How's it going? Good morning, Shay. Hi, Linda. I missed Linda. She's already off on a walk. Hi, Jessie. Hi, Jim. How are y'all? Aw, thanks so much, Jim. Half awake listeners. Oh my gosh. The dogs were out at 2:20. I kept waking up last night, and I kept doing that the other night too. Hey, Brian. I've not slept well in a couple of nights, to be honest. So I'm sure tonight won't be much different with the excitement of tomorrow. So let's see which one of these we want to use, and then I have to go. I'm tempted to use this one right there. Like, yeah, that could work. It definitely could work. But let me look at this other one. This kind of orange is interesting too. Very different than the purple, but I think it goes with the back cover. I'm gonna go for it. Okay. Hi, Paula. Oh, thanks. Yeah, I'm excited. I hope it goes well too. I was saying I'm a little nervous to be like online live when I'm also launching, because like if there was like an error like with the website, that seems a little risky, but for my first launch anyways. But that's the plan. We're going to be live at 9 a.m. Channel members, make sure you keep an eye on my community posts to you guys today and tomorrow, okay? Make sure you keep a lookout. I did send the discount code for y'all. It's in there in case you missed it. So don't go shopping without that discount code if you're a channel member. I don't know how to apply it after checkout, so you've got to have it during checkout. All right. I should probably put a note of that in y'all's community tab. I don't know how to fix it after the fact, so you got to use it. The use it or lose it rule. But the good thing is you'll have it all month long. So if tomorrow's not a good day for you, don't worry. It's there for you all month, the whole month of September. That code will work. Okay. Now, if I went back over here to the printables, then can find one. We can just kind of real quick talk about, like, you know, there's so many options for what we could put on the cover here. But I think they'll be really fun. Oh goodness, I'm gonna get glue everywhere. Now, obviously this one's a little big for this particular cover, but any of these could work, or any number of them could work. So many options. Even like these narrow pieces, these long and skinny pieces could also do the trick. Love the marigolds. So yeah, we'll do the cover later after we have our pages put in. Well, let me just show you real quick before I go, because I do have to go. I'd already pre-folded when I was showing all these pages how these are going to go inside. More ephemera. All right. Now this page is not printed front and back. But it's okay. I'm not assembling because, you know, I like more than just printables in my journals. I'm going to want like tea-dye pages and other kinds of pages. But just to get the general idea, we'll fold these up and pop these in. So, ooh, this one would be fun for a front page. And then it doesn't really matter since this isn't a final. This is just to get the general idea. So I'm not going to worry too much about arrangement. But you'll be able to get the gist. All right, here we go. So yep, those are going to fit just like a glove in here. Now there's a little space, but not too much from that cover. But that's what you want. You want that space when you're building your journal, because the more paper you add, that width is going to shrink and shrink down the more paper that you put in. The height is totally fine. So that's the fun thing about these, is just being able to use your 12 by 12 paper for your covers. Here's just like a quick flip of the pages. It'll look much different when we have it, all the other pages added into it. But I hope you guys like this. This will be the digital available, and then I hope to have a new digital out every month, and new paper pads probably every quarter. That's kind of the schedule I'm thinking of. All of my pages are on 8.5 by 11. I know, Shay. Oh, I'm so sorry, Shay. So difficult. And with all the other things, it's just so difficult. I'm so sorry. We all wish we could hug you. We're sending virtual hugs, Shay. And lots of love. That's for sure. Okay, so that's the kit. These are printed on 8.5 by 11. I think these are the ones you were wondering about. They did, Sella. I actually have them out. I'm about to give them to my sister-in-law. I need to come back and show those. Yeah, they did. I need to make more candles. That was a fun project. I'm not seeing the code. Is it just for those who are, yeah, it's for the paid members. It's just like a little bonus to them, that they get a discount code each month. But there will be other ways to get codes later. Hi, Lou David. Hi, Alyssa. So good to see y'all. Yeah, sending so many big hugs, so much love your way, Shay. Jackie's here? Did I miss Jackie? Jackie, hi. I don't think I got to say hi to you. I hope you guys are doing well. I hope y'all have a super awesome day. Julie, did I say hi to you? I hope I did. And hello to all the silent viewers too who aren't chatting. I will see y'all tomorrow. Oh, this is kind of fun. It says my sweetness right there. I will be live at 9 a.m. Central Standard Times. Lou, you're so sweet. So yeah, I'll be live 9 a.m. Central Time. Hi, Jackie. And we're gonna have some fun. We're gonna have some fun tomorrow. So I hope you guys will be able to join. Hi, Paper Noomies. Oh, love that name. Thanks for all the hearts. Right back at ya. All right, guys, I gotta run. Y'all have a super awesome day. I'll see you tomorrow. Hope you can be here, 9 a.m. Central. Bye.